how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a really super awesome day today so far. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Gabe and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and I hope your day has been fantastic so far. So anyway, today we are actually in Halloween mode. Guys, we're like 135 videos in, so can you believe it? 135 videos I have. So if you guys want to click on all my videos, I have a ton more videos. I know it only shows up a couple, but if you go down, I have a lot of videos. January will be a year for me on YouTube, so I'm kind of excited about it. You know, it's been a long time coming, but anyway, we're celebrating some Halloween a little bit this week. So what better way to celebrate Halloween is with a little princess, a little Cinderella moment. Who doesn't like a little Halloween Cinderella moment? So I've got like 3 different Cinderella. I've got a brand new Cinderella palette from Sigma with glosses, and then I have the Disney one from iHeartRevolution. I have that one too. I'll be dipping into that and be showing that a little bit too. So if you're interested and you want to know about how we're going to do this look, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about this palette first before we start. I've had this palette for a while now, and if you guys go, I did a video a long time with this one, and I told the story of Cinderella and everything with it while I was actually doing it. So it's a really cute palette. It's from iHeartRevolution. It's only like I think it's like a 20 buck palette. It's very cheap. It's got the blushes, highlighters, and it has some shadows in the inside of it. I'm going to probably be using the blushes and the highlighter because in the Sigma collection that I got in their Cinderella palette, I did not get the blushes and the highlighter. I did get the lippy set. Also, I didn't get the set of makeup brushes either, but I thought those blushes are similar to the one that's in there, so I thought it'd be kind of cool. So that's what I decided to go with. Anyway, so let's pull this palette out. I have been playing in it. I've swatched it a little bit. I haven't wore it yet, but I have been playing with it. I'm trying to figure out a look that I want to do with it. So the palette comes just like this, and we're going to take off the sleeve. I'm going to take the sleeve off, and this is what the palette looks like. And then it comes with a brush, a really cool brush in the inside of it too, and a really nice mirror. So let us go to, I've already got them swatched. So if you guys want to see, so this is what they look like swatched. So I have them swatched here for you. So this one here is Wishful. This one here is Pumpkin. This one here is Fantasy. This one here is Courtyard. This one here is One of a Kind. This one here is Kindness, and this one here is Charming. And then on this side we have, this is Mischievous. This one here is Dressmakers. This one here is Cinders. This one here is Sweet Nightingale. This one here is Hopeful. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. And Stroke of Midnight. They all feel really nice and textured, really beautiful. They got a beautiful texture to them. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. It looks kind of like black when you put it on, but then it turns into this really beautiful, when the light catches it, it turns really purple, but when you shift away from it, it looks a little bit more blacker, but then when your light hits it, it's purple. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool shade. You know, and then on this side, I really love Pumpkin. That one's really pretty. It has rubbed up against probably my clothes a little bit, so I probably got a little bit off of it, but this is a really beautiful shade too, and so is this one. The palette up close, let me show you a little bit more up closer so you guys can see it. This is what it looks like. Now, I have been playing in it, but it does have the emblems. Like this one had the glass slipper. This one had the prince on it. This one had like, I think it was one of the mice on it. So it's a really beautiful palette. And if you guys know anything about my channel, Cinderella is one of my favorite fairy tales. It always was. I don't know why. She's one of my favorite princesses out of all of the princesses. I do love them all. Sleeping Beauty is another one of my favorite princesses, but she just for some reason was always one of my favorites. So I've got, you can tell I kind of really like Cinderella. But anyway, I just thought we would just do a really pretty look with this, and I put on my blue, so kind of have a little bit of the Cinderella to go with it. And you know, it's Halloween, and I thought, you know, oh well, let's just do a little really pretty princessy kind of moment. So let's just play with it a little bit. So anyway, so let's get into it. I've done my foundation. I've been playing with this RCMA palette, and I don't know if you guys have ever played with it before. It's really cool. I've been taking it. I take the shades that I like. I did this one. this one and this one today to make my foundation shade, and it turned out really beautiful. I mix it with a little bit of oil on my Scott Barnes plate. I take my plate and then I mix it all together, and then you kind of make up your own foundation shade, and you can make it lighter, brighter, redder, whatever you want out of it. I didn't put the red in it this time, but I have tried it with a little bit of the red in it. It works really good with it too, but it turned out really beautiful. It's really pretty. So our eyes are primed, everything is done. I also did a little bit of setting with the RCMA powder, the translucent powder. It's really nice. I mean, it's very, very light. It's not heavy. It looks really good. I think in the high definition, it does look really pretty because it's supposed to be more of like a high definition makeup. So it does look really nice. So we'll just have to see what happens. And I put my Lisa Eldridge up underneath it. That's why I've got that glow up underneath it. But it looks really, really pretty. So I am really enjoying the way the skin looks. I haven't done any concealer underneath my eyes though. We're going to wait until we finish because I don't know how bad the dropping is going to be on this palette, or if there's any kind of fallout or anything. So we'll just have to wait and see. So let's get into the palettes. I'm going to be digging into the other Cinderella palette. As far as shadows go, we're only going to be using this one because this one is the feature. That one we're just going to use for blush, and I might use the highlight out of it. I'm not really sure, but we're just going to go with this one first to play with it. But so anyway, with the shade Pumpkin, which is like that, if you guys want to hang out with me, or if you want to try, but if you got a little shade like that to kind of play with. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's a really pretty shade actually. So I'm going to take the brush that it comes with. The brush is not bad. It's really kind of cool. I'm going to take this ended brush here. Usually Sigma's brushes are really, really good. I'm going to tap off a little bit of the excess, and we're going to go on in and just kind of start playing with it. I'm going to build up this crease here a little bit. There's a total of 7 mattes and 7 shimmers in this palette. This is probably one of the most beautiful palettes that I've seen in a long time that I've really, really been excited for. I really, really am really excited to play with this. When I saw it, I just fell immediately in love, not only because it was Cinderella, but it was just the fact that it was just such a beautiful palette. And these lippies, oh my God, I can't wait to get those on my lips, but it just looks like a really beautiful palette. So I'm just really, really excited to play in it and see what we can kind of come up with. I'm thinking maybe something, I'm going to add some purple to it. I don't know yet. We're just going to kind of play with it and kind of go with it and see what we kind of come up with. But I'm really excited about it. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know, I wanted to tell you straight off the bat that there is, I have a really big surprise for you guys coming next week. It's like, whenever it gets here. But let me just tell you, I got a big surprise today. I'm not going to spoil it just yet. I'm going to wait and tell you guys all together whenever I get it. But it was a big surprise to me. So let me just tell you, today has been one of them days that I've been really, it wasn't a bad day. It started off pretty good, but then it got better, and it's just gotten better every minute. It's just crazy how it just gets better and better. So anyway, it's just been one of them days where you end up having a really, really good day, and you're just like, oh my God, this is such a good day. So I wanted to mention too that Huda, if you guys have not seen that new Huda palette, I mean, can we talk? Can we talk? I mean, it's crazy. It's like, it's this beautiful rose quartz palette. I mean, it is just so pretty. If you guys don't know, if you're new, you guys will find out that Huda Beauty is like probably, and I'm just going to give you a hint, it is probably my favorite brand. Even beating Charlotte Tilbury for me. I love everything Huda comes out with. I do not know what it is. The woman has voodoo over my soul. I don't know what it is, but I just love her stuff. I think her stuff is so good. I don't know why I like her stuff so much. But, but I do love, Charlotte Tilbury and Pat McGrath and a lot of those. But something about Huda's stuff, I don't know what it is. I just really, really, really enjoy her product. A little bit of the darker brown. It looks like this. This is the shade, Cinders. We're going to go into that one. If you guys have got one like that, kind of similar, it's a little bit like a bronzy brown. So we're going to tap a little bit in. And I think I'm going to go in with this side this time because I want a little bit more payoff this time. And we're going to go right in over top of that other shade. And we're just going to blend it together. Because I kind of want this to be like this really beautiful coppery, plummy kind of look to it. Whether it's going to turn out like that or not, I don't know. But we're going to try to definitely get it like that. I've got it in my head, But you know, have you guys ever like done a look or something and you've got this vision in your head and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to do this look and I know what I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to put this lipstick on to go with it. And it's going to look so pretty with this outfit. And then, you know, you start doing it and it turns out and it looks like crap. It doesn't turn out the way you want it to. You don't get the look that you want. The clothes don't look the way that it looked. Your hair doesn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. I mean, everything just kind of goes bad with the look. So because when you get too many, I think sometimes when we get too many expectations of what we want to do, I think sometimes it kind of, plays a little trick on our head. But I mean, but man, let me tell you, it's like that's happened to me many, many times. I'll be like, oh my God, especially for Halloween, I'll be like, oh, this look is going to look so good. And I've got this and this and this. And you'll plan it all out. And it'll be like, oh, this is how it's going to look. It's going to look so good. And then when you do it, you're like, oh my God, it didn't turn out anything like I wanted to my head. So before we go into any more, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Liner Duo. I don't know why, I can never figure that out. But I'm going to take the darker side, the matte side, the copper side, and we're going to go up underneath my waterline, and then I'm going to wrap it around my eye, and we're going to give ourselves a little bit more depth before we start going into the plumier shade. Now we're just lining our eyes, so don't feel like you got to because we're going to smudge this, so don't feel like you got to, it's got to be like perfect or whatever, because we're going to smudge it in with my BK Beauty. It's in the 204 brush, and it looks like this. It's like a little shader brush. I'm going to dip in the shade Kindness, and again, it looks like this. I'm going to get you guys a better swatch of it so you can see. It looks like that, so it's like a really pretty purple. Sorry, I've got makeup all over me. I get what happened to me whenever I start playing with makeup. I get it all over myself. So we're going to dip into Kindness, and we're going to go right over that liner, and we're going to blend it with the copper together. And then we're going to smudge up on it. So now we're going to go up underneath, and we're going to go inside the waterline and underneath it, and also up underneath the lash line, and get that really good. Now I wanted to tell you guys that Charlotte Tilbury, these shadows, they do dry really quickly. So you guys, especially the matte ones, so you really have to work fast with them, because they're great, but they dry really fast. The metallic ones on the other, because there's another end to it, it's got a metallic end. They're not as bad, but yeah, it goes really, it dries really fast. That is so pretty. Wow, I love it. It's really beautiful. It's like really pretty and smoky. I love it. We're gonna soften it down in just a little bit, but I wanted to keep it. I'm trying to get a little bit of that extra that I want to it. So let's go into, because I want to keep this bronzy. I don't want to get rid of my bronze and my purple. I don't want to get rid of that. So I think I'm going to use, I'm going to take a little bit more of Kindness, a little bit more of that darker plum. We're just going to take a little bit more right here on the corner, right in the inside there, and just emphasize that just a little bit more. Just like that. Ooh, this pigment is gorgeous. Brush again. This is the shade. This, by the way, this is a Morphe 124 brush. It's just it's something you can I'm just using it to pack the shades on, so that way it doesn't like go everywhere, because if I do it with my finger, it probably would look prettier, but it'll cover up a lot of some of my work, so I don't want to do that. So we're going to go into the shade, this is the shade Fantasy right here. We're going to go into that. We're going to put that right beside Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and put that right in the center, and we're going to work that over it a little bit. Ooh, that is so pretty. That is really pretty. You guys see that? It's so pretty. It's not very dramatic. It's very subtle. It has like a subtlety to it. I want to take a little bit of this color. It's called Dressmaker. And it's it's like a goldy kind of bronzy shade. And I'm going to go over it, and I want to pack a little bit of it right over, a little bit over that shade Fantasy. And I want to just take it and kind of blend it a little bit together over that. Just like that. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go back with this brush. While I let this dry a little bit, I'm going to go back with this brush that comes in the kit. And we're going to go up underneath it with the shade Wishful. And Wishful is like a very shimmery, it's kind of a shimmery light white. So we're just want to do a little bit of that because I don't want too much of the shimmer. But I just want to go in here and just kind of blend this together a little bit more, so we don't so it doesn't look too hard. But I just lightly want to go over that a little bit just to blend it together, just to make it look a little softer. See how I've made it, just softened it out a little bit. It's just a little bit more definition. I'm going to go in with my my Natasha Denona microblade liner. We're going to go into that. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. So this liner is a little bit more on the shiny side. So we're going to go in and add a little bit right towards the inner, right towards my lash line. Just to set it a little bit. See how just give it like a little bit of definition, just a tad bit, just liven it up just a little bit. They give it a little bit more definition. So in the with the shade Blue Night, Sweet Nightingale, sorry. Sweet Nightingale, I'm gonna press that on it. And we're just gonna go in Add a little bit right in here. Back. So what do you guys think? This is we're getting closer to the finished look. I've still got to add the lippies, but it looks really, really beautiful, doesn't it? So I just want to let you know what I did. So so what I did was I went back after I cleaned up my concealer a little bit, and I took the shade, this one here, the Dream Dressmaker. I put that one, and I took it and went back over it a little bit and kind of washed out the blue and went back a little bit more with my pencil from Charlotte Tilbury in the matte one, and did a little bit more around the top part. And then after I did that and packed a little bit more on, then I went back over it again with the blue a little bit and just added a little bit, and it turned out so much better. It looks much, much better. It looks so beautiful. What do you guys think? It looks really pretty, doesn't it? It looks so pretty. Turned out really gorgeous. It looks really nice. And then what we did on the skin was I went back with just a little bit of my Lisa Eldridge and the Elevated Glow. I got a little bit of this. I did a little bit more on the tops of my cheekbones. I just kind of repowdered my skin a little bit. And then I did a little bit of the shade Happily Ever After in this palette. And then I added a little bit of Waltz. I mixed it together. And then I took A Dream Is a Wish. You guys can see it's like a really pretty pink. I took a little bit up in my forehead here and added a little pink in with it to give a little bit of something. Then I did the Bibbidi. I did the Bibbidi highlighter. I did it over top of the Lisa just to make it look a little bit more blingy, and it just looks really, really pretty. It looks very, very smooth. I love the way it looks. It looks gorgeous. It looks really pretty. You know, you can add a little glitter to this and a little sparkle. If you wanted a little bit more of a princessy look, a little bit more sparkle to it. I didn't want to do any of the glitter because, oh my God, because I've got to do another video after this one and it would take me forever to get the glitter off. But the glitter would just give you a little bit more of a glimmery, more wet look too, if you wanted more of that Ever After the Drew Barrymore played in, where she's got the sparkle all over. If you wanted a little bit more sparkle, you could definitely do that. But I didn't want to do that, so I just kind of just stuck with this. But I just love the way it looks. It turned out really, really beautiful. So I did a little bit of the ColourPop BFF2. I did a little bit of that liner. It's kind of like a nice rosy, it's like a rosy brown, it's kind of a browny, pinky undertone kind of lip liner. And then we have the two, I've got the liquid lip, and then we have the lip gloss. The lipstick is in the shade Dreamy, and this is in the shade Magical. So I'm going to swatch these for you guys so you guys can see. So this is the liquid lip, and this is the Dreamy. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like this beautiful brownie. It's got a little bit of pink in it, nude. It's just so pretty. And then we have the lip gloss in the shade Magical. And it's a little bit more, it's kind of sheerish. It's not really over the top. So it's just really pretty. It's got a beautiful glow to it up underneath. And then they sell the duos, and I think the duos are $29. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, the palette is like $48. And they're also doing a special Sigma, so you might be able to catch it on sale. They still do have all this stuff, by the way. And I also checked on the iHeart Revolution. I checked on it too. They still have all the Princess palettes. If you guys want to go in there and check it out, I'll have a link to all that stuff down below. But they still have this palette. It's on sale. It's like $20, $15, $18, something like that. It's not bad. It just takes sometimes forever to get it. That's all. When I got it, it took a hot minute to get it, but it's a really good palette. But this one is just really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. I love the textures of this one. So let's play with the lippy. And let's just see how it looks. I had to have these lippies. I had a choice of the blush or I had a choice of the lippy, and I was like, I have to have these lips. These lips are so pretty. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. I really love this lippy. It is so beautiful. I really love the way that it looks. It looks so good. It looks like a beautiful, beautiful lit nude. It's got a little, it's drying down. It's got a little stickiness to it, but it's not too bad. It has no smell to it. So there's no fragrance. There's no anything. There's no taste to it or anything like that. It's just a really beautiful, soft lip. So this is kind of what it looks like alone. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the magical gloss over it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. Beautiful. Wow, it's so pretty. It's really pretty. It feels really good. It's not sticky or anything. It feels very soft. It feels really beautiful on the lips. It just blended beautifully over the lippy. It just looks so nice and so smooth. I really, really like it. It's just a beautiful look. It's so pretty all together. I just think it's really, really nice how everything blended, and it looks very soft. It looks very, very pretty. I feel kind of the princess vibes going on from it. So what do you guys think? Please let me know down below. Down below and let me know what you guys think. You know, have you guys purchased this collection? Have you bought it? Were you interested in it? Were you not interested in it? Do you like the look? Do you like the way it kind of turned out? You know, there's so many things you can do with this palette. This palette is just really, really great. I will throw it up here. I forgot in my last video to do a Gabe approved, but this time it's a Gabe approved on this palette. I really, really enjoy it. I knew that I would. As soon as I seen it was love at first sight, I knew that I had to have this one. I have a lot of palettes that are out there. This one I really definitely felt that I had to have. And then I love the lippies. They're great. You know, I love the iHeart Revolution. I really like this palette. Some of the you know, the blushes and the highlighters and stuff are not the best quality. But it's a really good palette. I mean, for 20 bucks, it's not bad. I mean, it gives you everything in the little book, and it's really cute, and I really like the way that it's set up. It's really nice. But this one I definitely would recommend picking up, guys, if you are interested in it and you like this kind of a look, and you like neutrals with a little bit of a jazz to them, with a little bit of a zazz to them. It's really, really pretty. Got little pops of color here and there wherever you might enjoy that. You know, and this is just a beautiful duo. It's just really beautiful together. They look really, really pretty. I really enjoyed it, so I really like those. So anyway, with that said, we are Cinderella and ready to go to the ball. But who do we go with? The decision. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, thank you so much for dropping by and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. Before I go, you know, I always have to tell you guys to please be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, and love yourself. And remember, also show a little kindness today, because a little kindness can go a long way. And I mean, you know, Cinderella would want you to be kind to everybody and be kind-hearted to the animals and to the people and everything, because she was just such a good-natured person. I mean, look where it got her. She got her place up in the castle. I mean, God knows what happened after the castle, after she got up there. But I mean, you know, hopefully their marriage was pretty good. Definitely also make sure that you love someone today, and you reach out to somebody and just let them know that you love them, and tell them daily that you love them, because I think that's very, very important. And I think we should do that every day to the people that we love. And you know, and with that said, you know, I'm going to be happily ever after out of here, and we will see, and we'll see you again. Bye.